Okay, though, this question is the Euclidean algorithm, part 1. If you don't know what that means, then you probably just know it as the Euclidean algorithm. And so what we're going to do is we're going to find the greatest common factor, and then we're going to test to make sure that what we got made sense. It doesn't say to test, but it's really wise to do so. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do our division. So you divide it in the normal direction that you would expect, and you think, okay, 8 times 4 might be, I'm sorry, 2 times 4 might be 100, but that's probably going to be too big. So here's what we do. We can just say 825 divided by 210 gives us 3.9. So the only thing we care about is the 3. And then we go to the next step. 3 times 210 is what? That's 630. Okay, and then we say 825 minus 630 is what? Remainder 195. Okay? That's what we do. And then what we do is we forget about the 3. Right? This remainder goes over here, and this 210 goes over here, and we forget about the 825. We just rotate this guy around and continue the process. So now we get 210 divided by 195, and of course this is 1 remainder something. It's just going to be remainder 15, so we don't really have to worry about this. That one was easy. But again, what's the process? What's the process? You just would say, here's how you do it for a number in general. You just go like this. You'd say 210 divided by 195, and whatever this number is, this 1, forget the decimal, just this 1, that number goes right here. And then you just say 1 times, now 195, and then you put 195 over here, and then you'd subtract and get 15, and then that number goes there. Okay? That's all you have to do. All right, let's do the next level of this and see where this takes us. So we're going to say 15 over here, and the 195 goes over here. Let's go ahead and do that division. 195 divided by 15, it's 13 exactly. Okay, this is the end, and we know that the GCF is the number over here. So the GCF equals 15. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to check. Again, this is, if it's not stated, then it's optional. And what we want to do is say 825 is equal to 15 times something. 825 is 15 times something, and 210 is equal to 15 times something. And well, let me just sanity check that. So 825 over 15 gives us 55, which has an 11 and a 5 hidden in it. And then 210 divided by 15 has a 14. So 14 is just 2 times 7, and 55 is just 5 times 11. So we know that 14 doesn't have a 5 or 11, and 55 doesn't have a 2 or a 7. So they're relatively prime, which means we've successfully gotten the greatest common factor out of the original 2 numbers. Okay, so let's go to the next one and just see how this works. Sometimes the more obnoxious the numbers look, the easier they actually are. So let's see if this is true. 29484 and 31031. Obviously it's going to be a 1 remainder something, so we don't, in this case we don't have to do any division. It's really obvious that it's only going to go in 1 time. So you just say 31031 minus 29484, and the remainder is 1547. Okay, then we just rotate this around. And then we just say, now we're going to have to do the full out thing. 29484 divided by 1547 equals 19 remainder something. Okay, so what we want to do is figure out what that remainder is. 29484 times 1547 is going to give us, we did something wrong. Sorry, it was 19 times 1547. There we go. Equals 29393. Okay, so we go ahead and do that subtraction. I don't know why my computer isn't cooperating with me. 29484 minus 29393 is 91. Okay, then we go to the next step. We say 91 and 1547. How many times does it go in? Well, probably about 15 or 16, right? Well, let's find out. 1547 over 91. Oh, it's 17 and it's exact. Nice. So this guy is our GCF. Make sure you mark it. You don't have to rewrite it if you circle it and point to it, but you gotta write, this is my GCF. Just label it like that. Okay, and then we want to just do a little check here. Again, it's a sanity check. 31031 is equal to what? It's going to turn out that it's not going to really help us much. 341 times 91 and 29484. Okay, 29484 divided by 91 gives us 324. 324 times 91. And so we actually have no idea if 341 and 324 have common factors. Well, we do happen to know that this guy has a 9 in it and this guy does not, but we still really, it doesn't help us much. We'd actually have to run the Euclidean algorithm on it, and that would be obnoxious. And we find out that they have a greatest common factor of 1, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just happy at this stage to know that there is indeed a 91 hidden in both of our original numbers, and I'm happy to believe that we got the right answer. Okay, so that was a limited amount of success on that check, but it's good enough. Okay, 864 and 576. Let's see, it's going to be a 1 remainder something, so we don't have to do the division. We can just subtract. 864 minus 576 gives us 288. So it looks like too gross for us. It's almost Halloween. Okay. Now it looks like we're going to have probably maybe 4 gross. I don't know. Let's go ahead and do the division. 576 divided by 288. Whoops. Yeah, it comes out exactly. So this must be the GCF. Alright, and then let's do the check. Okay, we're going to go 864 is 288 times something, and 576 is 288 times something. So what is going on with this calculator? 864 divided by 288 is 3, and 576 divided by 288 is 2, and we're very happy about that. There's nothing else to check. We know that 2 and 3 have no common factors for sure, and so we conclude that we've done all this correctly. Now I just have to figure out how to turn this off.